Welcome to episode 4 of the Illyrian Love podcast. I'm DJ Tracy Trees.
I'm your girl, Hey Love. Welcome back.
Hey, babe.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
What you got?
All right, this week's topic is all me, y'all. And I think it's a hard-hitting topic that a lot of people discuss when we're out and try to use our, in no way, shape, or form am I saying that we're perfect, okay, before we even start this out. But I do want to say that a fair amount of people who are single right now say that they get caught in this web of a situationship.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're in the talking phase for far too long.
Yes.
I
was wondering why I need a wine for this.
Yeah,
okay.
We just got a little sip of wine, to talk. Because to me, I think, I've been on both sides, to be quite honest. Before I got with India, y'all, I would drag my feet. I would say I didn't like being in relationships. I was real commitment resistant. Okay? Just repelling the commitment is what I was really doing. I really wasn't trying to be vulnerable in that kind of way. But when me and India started talking, and I'm going to say talking because we talked for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. So I asked her, "Are you talking to anybody else?" Directly, y'all. This is exactly what I said. I said, "Are you talking to anybody else?" She said, yeah." And I very clearly and succinctly, I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I said, "Why? Stop doing that." That was exactly what I said. Verbatim. That is a treesism. I should put that on a t-shirt. So
I want to put everything on a t-shirt.
I think, and then she said, "All right, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that my take on that is nowadays I think it's so convenient for people to be in that talking phase for so long because there's no requirement of getting better accountability, you know what I mean? If we're just still talking, we never officially said I was your boyfriend, you were my girlfriend, or vice versa, or girlfriend, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So I think people stay in that way too long just because they're afraid to be vulnerable to ask.
Okay, I'm in a completely different thought process with this, right? So I think people are staying in situationships and the talking phase for a lot longer now because everyone is in this self-care phase. The world right now is obsessed with self-care, making sure you have healthy boundaries, making sure that you're not doing anything wrong with expectation management and you're showing up as your most authentic self, and is this serving you, is this serving your life? And I think that has got people into this strange loop of expectation management because people are thinking that their partner is supposed to come into this talking phase or situationship completely polished, right? Okay, well, if you talk to me like that, then we're done. We're not talking anymore. And by all means, release somebody who is talking to you crazy in a way that you don't agree with. But at the same time, understand that conversations need to be had. Because if I'm projecting all of these expectations onto Therese and she has no idea that I'm putting these expectations on her, until it comes up in an argument and I'm like, you're supposed to talk to me like this, and this, and not this, and this. And we haven't had a conversation before then. She wouldn't know that, oh, I can't call you my bro. I can't say the B word in a joking manner with you because you don't think the B word is ever said in a joking manner. Like, I think people are obsessed with the self-care and the creating healthy boundaries, and we're working towards something. They just need to understand that I'm not going to be on the phone with them all the time, or I don't like excuse. I feel like this may come out like I feel that single people who are continually in that situationship phase or talking phase, it's their fault, but I am that friend that's going to tell you how it is. I'm not going to be the friend that's like, "Oh no. Yeah, girl, that was wrong. He did that. Wow. You ain't got to talk to him." No, 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 no. I'm just as much in your face about your decisions and your contributions to that conversation and that situation as I would be on their side.
Yeah, I think we're saying the same thing, just in two different ways.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
I think that I'm saying that people don't want to have crucial conversations anymore,
Oh yeah.
especially with social media
Mhm.
being so popular. People will just get on there and be like, "I blocked him. He don't exist. This and that." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is okay, in the short term, but it's just unrealistic long term relationship management.
Yeah.
So I think one missed conversation turns into another missed conversation. That's just, now you're sitting here and you're a year into it, and you never said, like you said, hey, I don't think it's cool for you to talk to me this way, and now you don't want to ask them to be in a relationship with you because you might not even be interested no more.
Right.
But at the same time, you don't want to lose out on this now companionship that you've built
Mhm.
based on the fact that I mean, they come over every. I mean, there are a lot of conveniences
Yeah.
in this too. Like you washing your car, you making dinner, she making dinner, that kind of thing. So I think that it's just really an aversion to have a crucial conversation and say, hey, this it hurts my feelings when you are inside, one foot in, one foot out,
Mhm.
and you need to make a decision. Nobody wants to have that conversation, but for me, the way that I communicate is a straight direction.
me
I don't
too.
go around it. I just be like, hey, this is what I desire. This is what my end goal is. And if we can get there, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But it's not seeming like we're on the same page with that. Can we sit down and talk about it? Which a lot of people, it don't seem like are doing at this point either.
My thing before Treese, I was not even before you, because with you, I've been very direct too. And what did you think I was about to say?
Oh, I thought you was about to talk about your cancel culture.
Oh, kinda.
She will cancel.
I'm an Aquarius, right? And why do you look like that?
Because that was very Aquarian of you to say, I'm an Aquarius, to start that stanza of cancel culture. But I digress.
Okay, whatever. So that's my son, right? So I've never really had emotional struggles with people. It was a logical move. We went out on a couple of dates. I expected you to return my text messages in a certain amount of time. I let you know that, hey, I love talking on the phone. I love FaceTiming. I love texting. So if after a couple of dates, you still aren't communicating with me the way that I'd like to communicate with you, and you're not giving me a good enough reason as to why you aren't, I am okay. Please understand, I am okay with not talking to you until you have the time, or not talking to you again at all. I don't think a lot of people have that superpower, is what I'll call it, because even single, I was totally comfortable being by myself. Single India was one of my very favorite versions of India. And now that she can no longer exist, I had to revamp Single India in a way that Teresa was like, okay, what are you saying Single India for? Why are you bringing her back up? But I had to revamp her because it was a side of myself. It was a relationship with myself that was very self-serving in the best possible way. I read books as Single India. I rode my bike as Single India. I walked downtown as Single India. I was in restaurants as Single India. I was taking myself out to movie dates. I was literally dating myself, living my best life. So it was never a problem for me to just say, okay, well, I don't have to date you. I know somebody that will treat me way better than you, and it's me.
I agree. I like Single India. I didn't like when she used to say it at first, y'all, because it was very trippy. And I'm like, okay, now all of a sudden you want to go back in time? We ain't time travelers. That's not going to work.
No.
But honestly, Single India has allowed me to reconnect with Single Trees, which is usually just listening to music real loud in my headphones. So I just work on music, and then we found this happy medium of where we can like get over our separation anxiety for a little bit and just go coexist in different spaces in the house for a couple hours or sometimes a whole day. Depends.
Yeah, and that's where our hobbies come into play. Our marriage mini for Monday was about what our favorite hobby is. And I think to make relationships work nowadays, you have to have something that you're doing for yourself that isn't selfish. That's not selfish. And I think there's a real difference between self-care and just being selfish. And a lot of the times in these situationships, I think that people are just being selfish. You have to work with people. If you want to be with somebody, you need to meet them where they are and help them and support them in their growth and development. Not tell them what they can and can't do, or else I'm leaving you, because then y'all don't really leave. That's the difference. I really left. There are people that still are like, oh, dang, I wonder what's up with India. Nothing. There's nothing up because you can't see it. And it's not, oh, I'm done with you. You're blocked. I let them know, hey, this no longer serves me. I don't think we should be in a relationship. I don't think we should talk. You can lose my number. I'm going to block you on social media because I think you're negative or condescending or manipulative. Whatever they were, I let them know. Crucial conversations.
Conversation. That's the main buzzword right now. So if you are finding yourself in a situationship right now, we would love to hear from you. But also, here's a little tidbit of advice that I think that you can ask yourself a couple questions just to see, one, identify. Sometimes you're in a situationship you don't even know. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just like, dang, I like this person's vibe. I'm their friend, you know. I was a master of situationships. I would be 3-4 year situationship before a girl even realized that, whoa, wait, are we in a relationship? And by the time that question came, I was making the great escape. I was off.
I was off.
Just as quick as I got there, I was out. But no, seriously, you can, if you ask yourself, you know, do I see a long term with this person? One, and if you don't and you want to continue enjoying the situationship, by all means do that. You know what I mean? We're not saying there's anything against that, but
whoa, it's me.
Yeah, no, own it. Hell, if you want to be in a situationship or you've been in one and it's not that bad, hell, just be in that.
Yeah.
But if you stuck in a situationship and you're crying and why won't this person love me and all of that, you're just mostly wasting your time, because you should just hit the arrow right in the middle of the bullseye. Hey, are we going to do this? Because working toward a relationship doesn't make any sense, really, because you have to work in a relationship.
Exactly.
So you might as well start. I mean, if you're going to, the first decision is, am I going to commit myself to them, and are they going to commit themselves to me? That's the first question. But then the other thing I really need you to realize is you really got to take people for who they are.
Yeah.
And I mean that down deep in my core, y'all. You can't be trying to change a person a little bit, because it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. The only person that can change somebody is that person, period. Nobody can hold you back, period. What's going to happen for you is going to happen for you always. So you need to,
go on, girl.
Listen, don't just say, hey, if this person never changes, if she always put her bra on the back of the door.
Oh, wow.
You see how I threw that out there?
You know what? I get sick of you putting me out there like that.
Girl,
I
love to drop them gems right there. I'm going to love her regardless. I've asked her a million times. I say, this is not a rack. My arm if I try to open the door while the door closed, my hand is stuck in the bra. It's interwebbed. It's a wrap around my arm like Spider-Man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I love her regardless. Every day I just look at that bra. I say, I'm so glad she's still here. Change it in your mind, because it's never going to change. It's never going to change.
I go in and out.
You go in and out, but it's who you are. It's what you do.
It's just so handy. It's so convenient.
I've come to start to find it cute, okay? There's nothing I can do. And I'm sure there are so many things that she could do. That was very unfair for me to throw that out there.
Yeah.
But I will hope in the spirit of great relationship you would not want to retaliate here on this national program. Okay.
I bet you wish.
I will hope you would keep it to yourself. Don't air my business out.
Don't air your business.
Don't air my business. But sometimes I let little yours leak out just a little. Just a little.
Okay, I'm not going to air your business out this episode. Y'all going to have to tune in next week. See what dirty laundry I air out for this. My last tidbits would be communication. Open, honest, vulnerable communication. feel stupid for 30 seconds, and then within that 30 seconds, well, not even within, after that 30 seconds, you're going to know whether or not you were stupid for a reason, you're going to be with this person, or if it was stupid of you to hold on to this person and waste more of your time. I feel that there's a lot of people out there that are scared to be rejected, scared to hear no. Don't be scared of that. Be scared of walking past the love of your life for 5 years because you dealing with somebody that's silly. Be afraid of wasting your time being mistreated by somebody who is never going to want to change within themselves to be a better partner for you. When we first got together, we were not great partners.
No.
We were very rough versions of ourselves. Right now, we're still rough around the edges, but it took communication. It took us deciding and committing to be with each other through the ups, through the downs, through the, okay, my bra is on the back of the door. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but here 3 bras are. It takes her to understand she may never put these bras back, no matter how great I organize the closet or the drawers. She just may never do it. And I may not. Like I said, it ebb and flows. Sometimes it's just out of habit. But if she didn't decide and commit to loving me every day, even with that annoying habit, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have celebrated our 6-year anniversary this past Saturday. Like, it takes communication and it takes honesty and vulnerability. And if you aren't ready to be vulnerable with this person that you've been in this situationship with, you're not going to be ready to be vulnerable with them in a relationship. Don't waste your time. Don't waste any more of what you think are your good years, of what you think are your best hair years, best body years, on somebody who is never going to truly want to understand you and work to understand you. Stop working to be in a relationship and work to have a conversation about this relationship. And at the end of that conversation, say, at the end of this, we're either going to be together or apart. And stand by that. That's falling in love with yourself too. Be okay with being single. Live your best life single so that you can live that best life with somebody who's going to be living their best single life. And y'all just happen to be co-pilots. Yep. Shotgun.
Yep. And we believe in you, y'all. It can be hard.
Yeah.
We believe in you, but there's always better. There's always better. I mean,
absolutely.
Never in a million dreams in a million years would I have thought I'd be here. Period. India grew up 6 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
6 blocks. I went through all this heartache and pain and crying, literally 6 blocks away.
Oh.
Just, oh my God, where are you? Where are you? She was right there the whole time. So always be willing to pivot.
Yeah.
And move on and love yourself, like you said, girl. You preached right there. That was a whole message.
Yeah, and DM us. We're here. Y'all got situations or questions. We are an open book.
I'm gonna put it on Instagram today, the day that this airs, and do a question box. Are you in a situationship? How'd you get there? We'll try to help you navigate it out the Adlerian way of taking control of your life.
Separation of task. We will be your love coaches.
Yes.
Okay.
Love coach. Yes.
Get you to the right situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank y'all for listening. Our podcast is now streaming on all podcast platforms. That would be Apple, Spotify, as well as Google Podcasts.
Yes. Join the conversation at the Adlerian Love Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And let us know. Slide in our DMs. We are an open book. Let us help.
Thank y'all for listening. We'll talk to y'all next week.
We'll see y'all next week.